Hello everyone, this is Matthew once again, and got done reviewing The Shining, Shaun of the Dead, The Blair Witch Project, The Sixth Sense, The Mummy, and now we move on to Alien. Which of course I'm holding the Ultra HD Blu-ray release, the 40th anniversary edition, which of course this movie's 40 years old now, since it first came out. And I have seen the 4K transfer of the film, and it looks beautiful to look at, really good transfer. But of course, I actually do have the DVD, because this thing I'm holding isn't really my copy, it's really my brother's copy, Jonathan's. This is my actual copy, which is I have the DVD with the egg popping out. Pretty cool. Which of course I got this at Best Buy, which I think was like 12 years ago, when Christmas was over. But of course, it has the iconic poster, of course, which I really love. This one's fine and pretty neat, but just really love this one the best, because that's the iconic look for Alien. Especially you have its very well-known tagline in space, no one can hear you scream. Of course, this DVD right here does come with the theatrical cut only, no director's cut of the film. But this one here, it doesn't have much of the features from that Alien Anthology box set, but it does contain 2 cuts of the film. And of course, I have seen the director's cut like on Amazon, I believe, and it was pretty cool to see, of course, but they're pretty much like scenes you've already seen before when in the deleted scenes section, which of course I have seen of what they are. And of course, I know that people always kept thinking that's Ridley Scott's true director's cut, but I did find out that Ridley Scott did say that cut wasn't really his director's cut. The theatrical cut that came out in 1979 was really his director's cut. And I know Chris Simmons prefers the director's cut as well, especially this one thing he liked about it is the scene where Harry D. Stanton's character just takes his hat off and just cool off, and then you get a shot of the alien who's like a chain of balls swinging around, which is really cool and all about that. But I was okay with it where you don't need it. But it's like you can have it with or without it, unless you want to wait for the build up to happen and to see what it looks like. So I pretty much I prefer the theatrical cut, because that's not the cut that I prefer. I mean, I can still watch the director's cut if I want to, but pretty much now, I'm always going to watch the cut that I remember, because that's definitely Ridley Scott's true cut of the film, as he says it before. So anyway, Alien stars Tom Skerritt, Sigourney Weaver, Ian Holm, Veronica Cartwright, Harry D. Stanton, Yaphet Kotto, I tried, as well as the late John Hurt, music by Jerry Goldsmith, and directed by Ridley Scott, who directed Gladiator, The Martian, Robin Hood, American Gangster, as well as, of course, Legend and Blade Runner. So, my history with the Alien franchise, of course, I wasn't really into that point. I was like, I don't care about the Alien. I think I got like the Predator better. He's cool and this and that. So, yeah, I was into more of the Predators than I was with the Alien. But, of course, as time went on, I actually now appreciate Alien, as well as a sequel called Aliens. So I was really interested with the character of the creature of the alien than I was back then. Especially, of course, ever since I watched the AVP movies, Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator Requiem. So, Alien, let's find out. While the film was being developed, the producer described this film as sort of like a Jaws in space type, but Ridley Scott, on the other hand, he described it more like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre of science fiction, with some influences of films like 2001: Space Odyssey and Star Wars, which, of course, this film came around during the success of Star Wars, which, of course, Star Wars came out around May 25th, 1977. It was a critical box office success, and when that film came out, it regenerated the sci-fi genre, and people want to make more of them, especially you have films like Moonraker, this movie, even Star Trek, the motion picture, and so on. That sci-fi was now becoming a big deal now, after Star Wars success. And both Weaver and Cartwright were both auditioning for the role of Ripley, but Weaver won the role, and Cartwright would end up playing the role of Lambert. Which, of course, I found out that Cartwright really disliked the character's weakness, which, of course, throughout the film, she's really wasn't as strong as Ripley, especially she's just, well, completely scared and doesn't know what to do here. Especially all because of the alien and everything. And, of course, yes, Veronica Cartwright is really the girl you remember from the Hitchcock film, The Birds. And the alien itself is created by Carlo Ribaldi, who designed The Head, who also did E.T., and the creature design is done by the great H.R. Giger. And it's performed by Bola Badejo, which I tried. He was the guy who performed the alien suit, which, of course, originally, before he was cast, they were thinking of, like, Peter Mayhew, who you may recognize him as Chewbacca in the Star Wars films. Gotta get that Chewbacca sound away. He actually did audition for that part, but instead they went to Bola Badejo. Again, I try on the name. And of course, when the film came out on June 22nd, 1979, originally when it came out, it really wasn't that critically received like other films are, because when it came out, it was mixed. But it was a box office success by grossing $81.7 million against its $11 million budget. And it was nominated for 2 Oscars, but only 1 for Best Visual Effects. And the art direction was given to All That Jazz. But as decades go by, the film itself was considered to be one of the greatest films of all time, especially for being the sci-fi genre and the horror genre. And for 40 years, as y'all each have a copy of the film, like on VHS or Laserdisc, and DVDs and Blu-rays and Ultra HDs and digital copies of the film, Ridley Scott's Alien is definitely an all-time classic of science fiction and horror. And I really, really love this movie. I thought Scott really made this a darn good movie. Which, of course, this is the second film, by the way, before he would go on to direct Blade Runner, which that film, to me, is my favorite Ridley Scott film. This one, I would probably say this is my second favorite Ridley Scott film. His first one he did was The Duelist, which I remember that one being good, I think, but, you know, it was pretty much like a slow burner film, but I probably need to watch that again. So, Alien is definitely one of Ridley Scott's best films. And, again, my second favorite film he's ever done, the first being Blade Runner, which I like to review that film one day. He really, really knows how to shoot a movie to look like film, and really knows how to set up shots in the way how he plays up with the suspense, especially the build of it. When you're watching, right, you're expecting something to happen until when it does happen, it happens. And the story really does draw you in as you see all these space jockeys, of course, or these space truckers, as they're called, as they're not really like scientific people who are so smart and go like Captain, if we do some of the alien here, we might do this. It's not trying to be all technical about it, like Star Trek or anything. It's the way that Scott treats his characters, they act more like people you would have seen every day. You know, where one is being like, you know, the funny one, and one is always being jokey and this and that, and always being sick in the mud. You know, whatever character I could describe for these characters of Alien, they're more like you would see every day, more like people you can relate to. And the cast all did great. Tom Skerritt was really good, and John Hurt, may he rest in peace, was really good. And especially he had this well-known scene where the alien has the birds out of his chest, which becomes the chest burster scene, which is very iconic and very shocking for the film. And Yava Koto, which I try on that name, of course, was really good too. And Veronica Cartwright was really good, and so does Ian Holm. And Harry D. Stanton, may he rest in peace as well. He was also really good. But definitely, this is a film that gave Sigourney Weaver a career just until she'll go on to Ghostbusters. She really does become Ellen Ripley, and she's a character you really love, and the character you follow with, and especially the character you root for, which, of course, she'll become the most well-known female heroes, which, of course, you'll see her on as the sequels go for the Alien franchise. And I know that James Cameron was inspired by that character, of course, when he was making The Terminator for the character of Sarah Connor for Linda Hamilton. And Jerry Goldsman is definitely one of his best scores. I mean, following out from The Mummy, of course, I said that was such a really good score. This is also another great score that Jerry Goldsman has ever done. And the effects themselves are really good for its practical effects, especially for the alien that's actually really there, and the design that H.R. Giger created. It's so iconic. You see it like, that's an alien. Not just some guy got like having this planet to invade life forms and blah, 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 blah. No. This is an alien that doesn't get all playtime. It really wants to kill you. It has its own sense of nature, and especially when it can sense things, and especially when you try to kill it, it can bleed acid. And especially no matter what this alien can do, it will kill you. Because the alien itself are completely unpredictable. Even this creature is unpredictable. You don't know what it's capable of. So, yeah. Oh, of course, there is one little thing I will say about the film is that even when we find out the twist of the film where Ash is actually a cyborg, of course, or should I say a robot, which of course Chris Evans did point out that, well, all the effects are great. The one effect that really bugs him was the scene where they're trying to get Ash to talk about what is the mission for the crew and all, when he says bring back life forms. She tries to get the head all set up, and then when you cut to the next shot, of course, it's actually a real head. And I could totally see that you could have easily just cut away from the head that's all fake looking, and then you could cut back to the shot of the real head, so that it could be more effective. Which I could give Chris Evans on that for pointing out, which I was mentioning in his review for Alien 3. But nevertheless, the effects are still great, and I thought the matte paintings are gorgeous to look at. I love the atmosphere and the world it creates, and the music, and the story, and the direction, and the cinematography, and whatever I can say about Alien, it's definitely another great horror film to watch for October. And I really love Alien very much, and definitely earned itself an A+. Definitely one of my favorites from Ridley Scott, and definitely a film that I recommend. So if you've not seen Alien, check it out. I don't know when I'll review the sequels, but one day I will. But right now, I just want to review the first movie. So, happy 40th anniversary to Alien. So, that's my review of Ridley Scott's Alien, and let me know what you think of this movie. And also, what you think of this video. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know. Feel free to put your comments down below, and don't forget the subscribe button. So, thank you for watching. Take care. And I'll be back to review one more horror movie just to end until we enter October 31st. A movie that I'm going to review, which I can't tell you what it is, but there is one movie I want to get that out of the way. Because I believe something's haunting this house. And I don't know what it is. But it could be something. See ya.